searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around, mysteries we have found in...
Good morning, Angelina. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the My Tarot Morning Reflection, our daily inventory, and a chance to ask, what the heck is going on? I hope everybody slept well, or if it's the middle of the day, I hope your day's going well, or your evening, wherever you happen to be. Good morning, Maureen. So, I'm off to go read tonight at Lune, and this Saturday I'm doing a event in Frederick, which is oh my gosh, it's their night market. They're having a night market starting at 4 o'clock in Frederick. I think it's called night market. It's something. This time of the year has gotten busy for me, but at Muse, I was asked by Muse, which is a little store, to do readings for them. So I'll be in front of their store, but all the other stores are going to have things out on the sidewalk and things like that. So it should be a lot of fun. I made sure that my cameras were working before it got started this morning. So what are we doing here? We are checking in with the universe. We are taking a breath, listening to the cards like they're the sounds of the ocean. And we put on our long sleeve shirt. It's getting that time of the year. Good morning, Jeannie. I hope it wasn't too difficult to find me. But it's that long sleeve shirt weather coming up. I need a lighter background because now it's like I'm a floating head. Look at that. Yeah. So anywho, with that breath, feet flat on the floor, butt doing our kitty dance, checking in where the shoulders are and the neck. Flipping that light switch that says, all right, let's go into that different mode. Let's check in with the universe, or as I like to say, the universe holds up a mirror and asks us, what do we see? And we can use the tarot or meditation or whatever it is that you can do, scrying, whatever kind of gets you in that focus to be able to see how things are, what things are, where things are in our daily lives. And then look for the positive side. You know, I was looking through my decks. So I've got some decks that I love. Deviant Moon's one of them. I got some dark decks. And whenever I'm doing the mornings, I cannot bring myself to use a dark deck because that is not how I want to start my day. So I'm going to use the Three Trees Volume 2 this morning because I like this deck. Where you at? Is that upside down? It is. So Mina's got the Oracle deck, which she really likes. And I've used this deck a few times, but I like this deck. Okay. Extra breath. Extra sip of coffee. Extra shuffle. What more do we need in life? I don't know at this particular one moment. But I'm going to make our 3 stacks. Each one a different thread going out to the universe. Each one is like a different thought or idea. And if we believe in the multiverse, it's like each one, it's a different path. Because this stack will lead down one conversation. This stack down a totally different conversation. And this one will lead us in a totally different direction. So today, let's take the center stack, which I like to think of as what's right at the heart. Good morning, Corina. Oh my gosh. I keep thinking Anna Karenina, and it's not that, it's Corina. I am horrible. Good morning. Glad to see you here. I am horrible. I should not be so literate. That's the problem. Anna Karenina. It is Karina. Rhymes with Mina. So I'm going to do our 3 and 1. Sorry about that. Okay. So I'm going to flip each card over one at a time like we're reading the pages of a book. And the first card today is, it's the Two of Swords. It's our choices. So here we have this crow. Look at that. So it's a beautiful deck. I love this deck. But it's the Two of Swords, and it's about making decisions. It's about our choices. And sometimes, as I like to say, that if we don't make a decision, something will make that decision for us. You are meant. So this is one of those things where today it's about not getting wrapped up in our indecision and our choices. It's about understanding that today it's like, okay, we need to weigh these decisions and take an action. But let's see what, if this bird was to just shake its head, that blindfold would come right off. And it's going to be looking right at this card here, which is the Queen of Swords. And so this is a court card. And court cards can be us, it could be you, could be me, could be part of the situation, could be somebody else. Queens. Queens are the element of water. Swords are the element of air. Swords are our thoughts, our ideas, and sometimes our anxieties. So when we have the Queen of Swords, I call this the tough love card. Because a queen is empathetic. A queen is intuitive. This is, again, these cards are not male or female. It's masculine energy, feminine energy. And that feminine energy is that Earth Mother energy almost. It's about taking care, making sure that the people around us are taken care of. But being the Queen of Swords, she sees things clearly. She will be empathetic and understanding, but you're not going to get stuff past her. So when we have a choice to make, sometimes that choice can be emotional in nature, and that can freeze us. Other times it could be we're just not sure, and we need something to tip the scale. And so what would tip the scale for the Queen of Swords? If it's the King of Swords, it would be like, well, it's all black and white. This is what you do. But the Queen of Swords is going to weigh things out between not only what the law says, but what's right. You know the difference? You know, law says this, but what's right might be this. And so you weigh them out. So it's about listening to our inner voice when we make this choice. It's about getting in touch with our intuition, which says instead of what we should do, this is what we know we should do. You know, this is what we know we need to do and not what we should do. But let's see what the next card is, which is the Nine of Cups. Look at that content little squirrel. So when we have the Nine of Cups, cups are our spirituality, our emotions, and our feelings. This is when we get to the Nine of Cups, where we are traveling a road. We start a new road every day. We start a new road every day. We get up, and then by the end of the day, we've gone from just our ace, our one, we travel through the twos, the fours, the fives, the six, and we get to the 9 by the end of the day. And how do we want to sleep by the end of the day? So look at this squirrel right here. If this squirrel had made a decision today, if there was a choice that was presented to this squirrel, does this squirrel look like it's full of anxiety and shoulda, woulda, couldas? So today, think of it like that. You know, I always say that the majors are the destiny cards. The minors are our day-to-day cards. So this, again, is a welcome to a Thursday. And as we're going through the day-to-day, we're making small decisions. We may not even realize it. But even just going to the store, we're making a decision on which road to take. We're going to be presented with things. And sometimes we need to stop and think about it. And make the decisions. But we need to also think about others. We need to think outside of ourselves. And today it's about thinking about how well will I sleep tonight? That might be as simple a decision as to say, you know what, just today, I'll look at the headlines, but I'm not going to go deep, deep, deep into the news. It's small decisions. It's those small decisions, but again, being clear-sighted, but then instead of doing what we're supposed to, do what's right, kind of thing. So I'm going to turn over the advice card. And it's the 8 of Pentacles. So look at this bunny rabbit. So we've got a stack of coins right here. And this bunny's going to grab a coin and it's going to hang it up on the tree. And it looks almost like they rotate around. Look at that. Almost like magic. Because the rabbit's going to grab another coin, put it there. It's going to rotate around. The rabbit's going to grab another coin. It's going to rotate around. So coins are about home, health, finances, all those things that keep us grounded. 8s are just about progress and moving forward. The 8 of coins is just putting one foot in front of the other. I often say the 8 of coins is probably one of the most boring cards in the deck because it's about just doing what we need to do. Like this rabbit, it's got to earn its carrots, right? So for part of the day at least, it's got to grab a coin. It's going to put it on the tree. The tree's going to magically just move that coin around as he grabs another coin, puts it on the tree. But those coins are going to go off and do something important here. And the rabbit is just helping a process. So today, one foot in front of the other. We do that anyway, right? The hurry up and wait card. Exactly. And so today, it's about, instead of doing what we should, it's about doing what's right. It's about making the small decisions today. Being aware of the small decisions today. With the idea of being half as content as this little squirrel. What's the small little decisions today that's going to help us sleep tonight like that little squirrel? And part of the process is just putting one foot in front of the other and doing what we need to do today. It's about living life and not letting life just get us down. So I hope that we all have that amazing, wonderful, magical day today. I hope we all, I love that picture. I hope we all get to sleep like this little squirrel tonight. That's the goal, is when you're feeling anxious, what choices can we make so that we can be like that little tiny squirrel? And sometimes it's just by putting one foot in front of the other and doing what we need to do. So with that, thank you again. Take care, feeling squirrely. Take care, everybody, and I will talk to you later.
Stars in the sky, cards in my hand, searching for signs, lost in the sand. Whispers of fate, echoes of dreams in the dark slate. Nothing's as it seems. Flip the cards, turn around, disturb